The ratings are in for the special Winter is Coming edition of AEW Dynamite on TBS. Some reportedly in AEW are appalled by the booking of Toni Storm's AEW return match taking place on AEW Rampage this week. We'll let you know all the details on that. Plus, the rumor on who could be the first ever WWE United States Women's Champion has been revealed. Speaking of Saturday night's main event, several legends have been booked for this weekend's return of the iconic 80s and 90s show. Charlotte Flair reportedly is nearing a WWE return. An update on the sale of Titan Towers and the old WWE production studio, and Dark Side of the Ring is set to return for a brand new season. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling. Let's begin with the ratings for the special Winter is Coming edition of AEW Dynamite on TBS. Now, Wednesday nights, that being the December 11th episode of AEW Dynamite, averaged on TBS a number of 594,000 viewers compared to the 586,000 viewers the week prior and the 536,000 viewers the week before that. The current 10-week rolling average is 577,000 viewers. Now, in terms of an increase or a decrease, it is up slightly, kind of steady from last week. It's up just 1% point. Now, a year ago this week, Dynamite drew 845,000 viewers. The 10-week rolling average a year ago was 811,000. 2 years ago this week, Dynamite drew 950,000 viewers. The 10-week rolling average then was 891,000. Now, in terms of the key 18 to 49 demographic, it drew a 0.17 rating compared to the 0.17 and 0.15 the prior 2 weeks. The 10-week rolling average is a 0.19, excluding the show on Tuesday 10 weeks ago. 1 year ago, it drew a 0.30 with a 10-week rolling average of a 0.27. 2 years ago, it drew a 0.33 rating with a 10-week rolling average of a 0.30. In terms of improvement, decrease, or increase, it's essentially flat, as I mentioned, from last week. Now, compared to other cable shows on Wednesday night, Dynamite finished behind MTV's Challenge, Battle of Eras, a Fox News program, a holiday movie on Freeform, and the NBA Cup game on TNT. In terms of the quarter-hour ratings, these come courtesy of WrestleNomics. Shout out to them. And be sure to subscribe to their Patreon service. As you can see, kind of below what we've seen the last few weeks in terms of the average of the last 90 days. Usually, Dynamite does benefit from a strong lead-in. This week, it was entering at a below kind of normal number, and it never really hit the average of the last few weeks in terms of total viewership. In terms of the key demo, just a little bit below the average, but still not great numbers for All Elite Wrestling. Now, this week on AEW Dynamite Winter is Coming, we saw the return of Toni Storm, but not Timeless, and the booking of her since her return has left people feeling appalled, according to a new report. Now, as I mentioned, Storm returned at the end of Dynamite on December 11 after Mariah May had retained the Women's World Championship against Mina Shirakawa. The returning Storm would go on to have her first match since All in London against Harley Cameron in front of the same crowd for the pre-taped Rampage set to air this evening, that being on December 13th on TNT. However, that decision for Storm's return match to take place on Rampage was not a popular one backstage. Here's what Brian Alvarez revealed in terms of the backstage reaction to this strange booking decision.
Do you know how many people I talked to in AEW yesterday? And every last single one of them, and aghast may not even be the right word, appalled that Toni Storm's return is on Rampage. And meanwhile, leave it to the fans, leave it to the wackos. This is a great idea. He's got to give his fans a worthwhile show those last 3 weeks of the canceled show.
Now, he continued by saying, I swear to God this is true. You could have had 200 people lined up outside Tony Khan's door last night. One by one, all 200 of them could have gone in there and said, this idea is stupid. And do you want to know what would happen at the end of the night? He'd still have done it, because that's what happens. People argue things with him every single week, and at the end of the day, he does whatever he wants. Now, the Women's United States Championship, could we have found out who is set to win the tournament and become the inaugural champion? WWE is set to crown the inaugural Women's United States Champion at Saturday night's main event. Chelsea Green, Bayley, Mitchin, and Tiffany Stratton will fight on Friday for the 2 spots left in the finals. According to Sportskeeda's Dr. Chris Featherstone, Green will best Bayley on Friday and go on to either defeat Mitchin or Stratton to become the first Women's United States champion. Featherstone only shared a photo of Green. There is no word on who she might be facing at the December 14 event. Green defeated Blair Davenport and Bianca Belair to make it to the semi-finals. The bout will be the SmackDown Women's Mid-Card title, while over on Raw, the Women's Mid-Card title will be the Women's Intercontinental Championship. The tournament for the Women's IC title is underway, but there is no word on when the finals will occur. Speaking of Saturday night's main event, numerous legends are reportedly set to appear at the show. WWE are currently preparing to roll back the years with the return of Saturday night's main event on December 14th, with the show reportedly set to have a number of throwback elements incorporated. The latest being the inclusion of a number of WWE legends that are scheduled to be in attendance, according to PW Insider. The Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, has already been heavily rumored to take part in the event, but joining him are 4 names that made memories on the original Saturday night's main event series. Those names are the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Coco Beware, and Tito Santana. All of the names have made sporadic WWE appearances since their initial departures from the company, but some are more recent than others. For example, Hart was last seen on WWE television at the special Raw is 30 episode in January 2023, accompanying Hulk Hogan, which is also the last time DiBiase was seen on WWE television, as he appeared alongside IRS. However, Santana's last documented appearance was on an old-school episode of Raw in 2010, while Ware was last seen being inducted into the 2009 WWE Hall of Fame. Valentine's most recent documented appearance dates back the furthest, as he was last seen in a WWE ring when Ric Flair retired from the company the night after WrestleMania 24 in 2008. However, he was shown on an episode of AEW Dynamite in 2020 to watch Cody Rhodes face the late Brody Lee in a dog collar match. All of these names are set to be joined by Jesse the Body Ventura, who will be returning to commentary, and potentially the Winged Eagle version of the WWE Championship, which could be held by the undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes. Now, Charlotte Flair, reportedly, she's on her way back to WWE. Charlotte Flair has been out of action for a full year after suffering multiple injuries in a match against Asuka on SmackDown last December, tearing her ACL, MCL, and meniscus. The 14-time Women's World Champion was expected to be out for 9 months, and with the time frame having passed, fans are eagerly awaiting her return, especially after she posted a teaser on her X account last month. The wait may be coming to an end, as the Queen could be making her return in a few days after a promising update was given by WrestleVotes. Quote, sources indicate that Charlotte Flair's return is imminent, with the possibility of it happening as soon as this weekend on NBC. We are told creative was tasked earlier this week with structuring the presentation of her return. So possibly Flair could be set to make an appearance and a return at the event on NBC. Now, a bit of a note here when it comes to Titan Tower, the former WWE headquarters. WWE has been on the move in the last few years, at least regarding which building in Stamford, Connecticut it calls home. The big move was the promotion relocating its corporate headquarters to downtown Stamford, while putting their old building, Titan Towers, up for sale. And while WWE has been unable to sell the property as of yet, they've had a bit more luck when it comes to their old production studio, also located in Stamford. CT Insider reports that WWE has sold their production studio to Darien, Connecticut development firm V20 Group. The total cost of the sale, according to the city of Stamford, was nearly $7.5 million. The firm is looking to turn the property into what was described as a high-end warehouse for distribution or other uses. WWE didn't comment on the sale, though a V20 managing partner noted the group had been looking to acquire the land since WWE first put it on the market. Now, V20 will be getting plenty of bang for their buck with this purchase, especially when it comes to the size of the land. The former site of the WWE production studio has 33,000 square feet space on the ground floor, while situated on a 3-acre lot. The property also has 2 other adjacent buildings to add 4 acres of land, though it's unclear if those areas were included in the deal. And finally, Dark Side of the Ring is going to be returning. A new season of Dark Side of the Ring is headed to fans on March 25, according to a new report about a strategic shift at Vice. The official account for the series posted a story from Deadline noting the launch of a new Vice Sports media arm and a shift in the cable TV network to airing sports-related content. Among the original series set to air under the Vice Sports banner will be the hotly anticipated 6th season of Dark Side of the Ring. While the show's return was confirmed, no further details regarding potential topics for the forthcoming season were revealed. Season 5 of Dark Side of the Ring aired earlier in 2024, with finale on Black Saturday, The Rise of Vince, airing in May. But there you go, guys, the latest pro wrestling news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon. Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.